everybody. My name is Dave, and I teach people how to play saxophone. I'm sitting here in the woodshed, if you will, working on some ideas, and one of them was thinking about ways I could make my YouTube channel a little more useful. All right, I think some of the things I post are a bit esoteric, maybe a bit advanced, or maybe a little bit out there. I thought, well, what would really help? What would really help just everybody, your basic saxophone student of the art? And I thought, one thing that I wish I had known, when I began was what to practice and when to practice it, right? Now, granted, this is vastly different generations. When I was starting out, there weren't computers, all right? Can you imagine a world without computers, right? Well, there weren't any. And we had vinyl records, and we had record players, and we learned from each other. All right, so I didn't have a teacher, but some of the kids that I knew did have teachers, and they were working on things like scales and exercises out of the Rubank books, the blue Rubank books. Those are advised, and everybody was working. And 50 years later, they haven't changed a bit. Some of you may even be working out of those books as well. And those are, this is all about developing technique. But really, what I want to talk about is the advance that we have today of YouTube and an extraordinary library of materials that are available to us, play-alongs, books about every possible aspect of the art of playing the saxophone. And it's really easy to lose your way in the midst of all that, knowing what should I be practicing and when should I be practicing it. And when if you're popping around YouTube and looking at stuff online, there's something new that's springing out at you every day. Do this, do that, do this, do that. You need to do this before and nobody's working with you on prerequisites. Nobody's asking you the most important question, do you think you can play at this level? Or do you even want to play at this level? This is important now. What level do you want to play at? That's where are you at? Where do you live? Are you trying to, say, get yourself ready to audition for Wynton Marsalis and join the Lincoln Center Orchestra? Okay? That defines what you want to be practicing then, doesn't it? Do you have an audition coming up? Are you looking at, say, maybe you're a college level student and, a bee just flew in the studio here. Might come over and visit. Anyway, I fear no bee. Are you in college and do you have a scale study thing coming up? I mean, these are obviously, I'm kind of going outside here to point you in a direction. If you're like me and you play in bands and you enjoy doing that, should you be practicing all of those kinds of things? No, probably not. How did I learn? What I learned, and I really thought about this. I really thought a lot about this today. Simultaneously while practicing, of course, which means I wasn't focusing now, doesn't it? But I thought about this and I thought, what I did was I practiced how I learned the art was to practice the songs that we had to play in school band. When I was in high school, there was a jazz band. The first time I ever heard about jazz. And we did jazz. A lot of big band jazz pieces, and they were really awesome. And so that was what I did. I practiced what I was going to play. When I was in bands with other people, I would practice the songs that we were going to play. The head, the A, the B, the A, whatever it was. I would make sure I had my part tight. I would make sure that was what I could do. And then I could play it, at the, in tune and at volume and all that sort of thing, right? So that's really what I did. That's how I got to where I am today, is I practiced a lot of songs. And songs are a beautiful way to get ahead, right? I mean, you can do a lot of abstract exercises if you want. You can do all those 2-5-1 things and ad infinitum. But I think sometimes that may cause you to lose your way. So let's get back to the original premise. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do with your horn? What is it that you have in mind? Where do you want this to take you? Where do you want to take it? That's what you want to be practicing, okay? Those are the things that you want to be practicing, and you want to practice or play them touch your horn daily. All right, how about that? Let's just leave it at that. All right. Any questions? You know how to reach out to me. I'm doing a special on Zoom lessons as well, and I'll spell all that out in the description below. Thanks for being here, and I hope that this helps you. All right, gotta go. That's all I got. Take care.